manufacturers. So in France and Poland and everywhere around the world, the average tax rate is 24%. So we're actually below the world average taxing our manufacturers. And I know Trump wants to bring that down to 15%.
My plan calls for expanded R&D tax credits, 100% bonus depreciation, expensing for new manufacturing investments, and a reduction in the corporate tax rate from 21% to 15% solely for companies that make their product in America.
So hopefully that will be incentive enough to rethink your investment in manufacturing in the U.S. and drive some more manufacturing back. I hope so.
Rosemary, you're specifically talking about corporate taxes when you say industrial tax, manufacturing tax. Obviously, there's a much broader set of constituents that are impacted by it. One thing that Donald Trump has talked about, which is really interesting, is that if someone does $1 billion investment in the United States, that they would receive expedited approvals of those, whether it's building a data center or bringing technology or actually manufacturing. $1 billion is a way to get through those expedited approvals, because I think that's the biggest issue. And even on the residential side, I've got a friend in town that was building a neighborhood along the river. Took 4 years for TVA to approve his project.
Crazy.
Riverton, which is just right here.
Same.
And the project cost jumped from $18 to $50 million because he originally scoped it before COVID. And then after COVID, or during the early days of COVID to after to where we're at today, and the cost jumped by 4x. I had the own experience in a real estate investment, and the problem wasn't that there were environmental issues necessarily. It was the approval process that took so long. And I think that's the tax that no one can predict. Is if I wanted to build a plant, I want to make those decisions quickly, because businesses are all focused on making decisions quickly. To get the returns, and I'm not going to get bogged down and put a lot of resources. And this is think of a failure of capitalism or a feature or bug of capitalism, particularly Western in the United States capitalism, is where corporate executives are held accountable on quarterly earnings. It's great. That's the way it works. The problem is it's hard for them to think 3 to 5 years down the road, especially when you have delays just to get construction started that are going to happen on a big project.